If you are struggling to get pregnant, you might want to check your cholesterol. A new study says that if both the prospective mom and dad have high levels of cholesterol, it takes longer to conceive, and the couples with the highest cholesterol levels who participated in the study didn't get pregnant within the year. Joining us now, we have our panel of doctors to talk a little bit about this study. Dr. Andy, tell us a little bit about your findings when it comes to cholesterol and pregnancy.
Well, Cynthia, what we've really discovered is that the healthier the man and woman are, just in general terms, the more likely it is they're going to be successful in conceiving. Whether it's cholesterol or it's just their level of physical fitness, whether it's diet, whether it's exercise, just being physically fit improves your chances. Now, for some reason, cholesterol in particular was a significant factor in conception, and so our advice to couples that are trying to conceive is cut back on the fatty foods, cut back on the junk food, get as much good positive cholesterol like olive oil sources into your diet as you possibly can.
Okay, and now you mentioned some other health concerns, and Dr. Erica, one of those concerns that's kind of a new concern on the horizon is antibacterial soap. That seems so bizarre that could be something that you think makes you more clean and germ-free, could actually be harmful to your baby.
Yeah, there's a bunch of chemicals. We all hear that word, chemicals. They're really bad, but there's a bunch of chemicals in antibacterial soap that turns out is not good for your unborn baby. So they're just saying if you don't need the antibacterial soap, just don't use it, especially while you're pregnant. So just more things we're looking into and more things to scare you.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of people going through the medicine cabinets now this morning, checking their soaps. Dr. Andy, let's talk about some tips that might be able to give couples a better chance at succeeding if they are just starting to try to get pregnant.
As it relates to cholesterol and diet?
I would say overall, let's say overall tips.
Here's the thing, have fun together. Couples that are relaxed and enjoying being married are much more likely to conceive. When it becomes a stressful situation and you're up against a wall and you're nervous, well, things tend to be less fruitful at that point. So we tell couples, you know what, check the state of your marriage, have some fun together. Things will happen naturally. As it comes to diet and exercise, couples that exercise together conceive together. And so, get out there and go on walks together. Go find a fitness regimen. Do something to get one another in shape. That way you can help motivate each other. When one partner's feeling sluggish, the other partner can say, come on, honey, it's for the baby, even before the baby's been conceived. And so you can really hold one another accountable. And last but not least, seek other people's input. It doesn't have to be a taboo subject. It's a little awkward sometimes. But
we're talking about it here.
We're talking about it here, and lots of times couples who conceive, they have, their story, and they can offer, things that worked for them that maybe helped things along in that process. So there's no reason why it has to be a taboo topic. Let's talk it out and have the conversation.
And real quickly on this topic, since you are the expert at this table, tell us a little bit about at what point do you need to start seeking some medical help? If you've been trying and things just aren't going your way, when do you make that decision to take things a step further?
Gosh, that's a great question. I think it's probably an individual question for each couple to consider. Some people or some couples, they decide they're going to have a baby, and within a few weeks, boom, they're pregnant, and it happens that easily. Other couples, it takes a year, even 2 years. And so our thinking is when you feel like you're ready for help, when you feel like you need somebody else's advice to help things along, that's the time to engage the expert's advice. That could be a year down the road. It could be 2 years down the road. When you feel like, things aren't working and I'm beginning to get stressed about it, that's the time to seek professional guidance.
Okay. Doctors, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
And you guys are weighing in on this topic. We know it has been a hot one on our Facebook page as well as on GetCurrent.com. We're going to check in with some of your responses and questions right after this.